Hello everyone, welcome to Cultural Talk again. Today I would like to share with you my review about a book that I have recently read. The book is Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry is a very famous actor, Hollywood actor. He is famous by playing Chandler in Friends, if you are a fan of Friends. And this is a memoir of his life. So before reviewing this, I would like to tell you something that when I bought this book, I expected funny stories from Chandler, the one that I know in Friends. So I expected to read funny stories about Friends, the sitcom, and the stories about behind scenes, everything. But after reading, I just discovered that it has nothing to do with that. It's not even funny. It talks about completely different topic. It talks about his struggle with addiction from a teenager until he was like 50, until recently during the pandemic. So it talks about his struggle with that journey of addiction, and how he was addicted to drinking, taking pills, drugs, everything that would help him to skip his real life that wasn't really that terrible, because he was really a very famous, very successful. He get paid like $1 million per episode in Friends. So you can see that he's not escaping from a terrible life. But this is how addiction, sometimes when you get addicted, you just need to move to the other world. Even after being famous, let's say that he was saying here that by the 90s he was like really dying to be famous and to be rich, thinking that being famous and rich will really fill that void that he has as an unwanted child. But after being famous, very like successful Hollywood star who gets paid like $1 million by episode for playing in Friends, he wasn't really happier than he expected. So he moved to drugs, drinking, and he had really a very terrible struggle with drinking and addiction. That is the whole theme of the book or of this memoir. Then also that void that he developed when he was a child follow him even in his romantic relationships. In one of the chapters here, he talks about his relationship with Julia Roberts, and how he was like had to, usually, because he always expected that he is unwanted, so that person would leave him at a moment in the future. So he expected that, so he usually tried to break up before the other person break up. So he broke up with Julia Roberts because he thought that she will let him, so he will do it first. And how she was confused about that, because she didn't expect him to break up with her. And what else? I wouldn't say that I would highly recommend this book for everyone, because again, you see the picture of Chandler here, you expect funny stories. No, it has nothing to do with this. So I think if you are someone who enjoy reading memoirs, who would like also to learn or to see how sometimes being famous, being successful, being rich, not really the key to the right life, or let's say that what we see sometimes not really how those people are living in their real life. So they are really fighting, they have their own battles, even when they are famous, they are rich, everything. And one of the things that I like a lot in this book is the cover. The colors are amazing. While reading, I feel like I'm really swimming in an ocean. And there is a small chapter here about Friends, and how he talks also about his relationship with his colleagues in Friends, and how they were very supportive to him when he was like suffering from addiction, and he was moving from drinking to taking pills, everything. So how they were really supportive to him. But again, don't expect to find a lot of stories, funny stories about friends here. It has nothing to do with the friends. It has to do with addiction, struggling, fighting for your life, and how drinking sometimes could destroy someone's soul and life, even when you have it all. So I would say highly recommended for the people who enjoy reading memoirs and who are like me, big fan of Chandler. And I think every Friends fan has his own favorite character. For me, Phoebe and Chandler are the number one, and then we can talk about the rest. So if you are a big fan of this actor, if you would like to learn or take the gist of learn from the gist of his life, or you enjoy reading memoirs, this book is for you. Otherwise, I don't recommend it for you guys. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I highly recommend this book for you if you are a big fan of Friends, and but don't expect to read something funny about from Chandler here, because it's not Chandler. It's Matthew Perry, and it's very dark, deep, sad story about his life here, about with addiction, with fighting addiction, and but it's a nice memoir to read again. So I highly recommend it for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video.